the most underrated draft strategy this year is picking high upside players through all your drafts because there are so many. So I'm going to do a quick mock draft showing you why. Okay, so I have pick 8. Usually always try to snag pick 8 because that is where I'm drafting at in one of my leagues, in a 10-man league. So here I try to grab Christian McCaffrey, just because I'm super, like I said, this is an upside draft. And if you want Christian McCaffrey, man, that is by far the best upside out of any of these players. I'm being serious here. This is fantasy football, man. This guy will get you all of your points in fantasy football as your running back one. As a PPR, Christian McCaffrey is that guy. He's the running back in PPR. That's who you need to grab. So at pick 8, if he's there, I'm grabbing him for sure. He might not be there. And if he's not there, I'm willing to grab Puka Nacua, because I am high on Puka Nacua this year. I think he's going to take over that Cooper Cup role. But I don't know, man. Will Christian McCaffrey fall to me at pick 8? I'm not sure. If he doesn't, Puka Nacua or Devon Achane is who I'm interested in. I know Devon Achane yesterday actually got hurt. He got a soft tissue ligament tear. I don't really remember what it was, but it's something small. Sideline him for days to weeks is what Mike McDaniel said. So not really a big deal. Don't stress about that. It's kind of funny. I literally drafted him yesterday, and then 11 minutes later got the news that he got hurt. Really doesn't. I really don't care. Still high on Devon Achane. Doesn't really change anything. Saquon Barkley still available at pick 6. That is like absurd. I see Saquon falling in all these drafts. I don't see it. I wouldn't pick him at 1. I wouldn't pick him at 2, but I would pick him at 3. I mean, now I would pick Christian McCaffrey gets snagged. So that's pretty much my entire like strategy is resolved around Christian McCaffrey. So he does end up getting snagged, which sucks. So I was between Puka Nacua or Ashton Jency. I don't know, not Ashton Jency, Devon Achane. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get Devon Achane, so I might have to go Puka. No, we're going Devon Achane, because I like Nico Collins, Drake London, and BTJ. I think they're all pretty good. I would rather have Drake London and Nico Collins over BTJ, so I'm totally cool with taking Devon Achane there. Even over Puka Nacua, who I took in my other drafts, and look at Malik Neighbors gets picked. So now it's between Nico Collins and I guess I'm honored. I didn't think he would be there, but I'm even higher on Nico Collins. I was watching the preseason game, Texans and Panthers yesterday. Nico Collins, he was getting open, even though it was against our like Bartholomew, who's like a horrible safety, probably gonna get cut. But he did get open. He was getting open a lot. I'm pretty sure he got a catch. I don't know if he did. He get a touchdown? I don't know. That might have been somebody different. I think he did though. And I mean, Nico Collins, I just have a lot of faith in him this year. He's got wide receiver one upside. So taking Devon Achane and Nico Collins, completely fine with that. Would have much rather had Christian McCaffrey. And if you want a main reason, just go ahead and take a look at my jersey. But yeah, I'm totally okay with that pick. And Chase Brown would have been my guy that I would try to grab, but he was picked second round, pick 1. That's a reach in my opinion. So now at pick 28, I would try to. Did Derrick Henry get picked? He round 1. Wow. So now Drake London gets picked. Josh Jacobs. So I would try to grab Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson here, and then after that, Kyren or James Cook. I don't see the vision of not liking Kyren or James Cook this year. I don't know why people are fading Kyren and James. I get the touchdown merchant with James Cook, but they paid him a lot of money. That means they trust him, man. James Cook is a good running back. You can trust James Cook this year. Don't believe what these people say when they say fade James Cook. I like James Cook this year. I also like Kyren. I don't think he's going to be as good as last year because I do believe the rookie from Auburn, Jarquez Hunter, is going to snag some of those carries away. Not all of them, but some, definitely some. And then I do think Blake Corum's second year, good running back at Michigan. So expect Blake Corum to take over a bigger role, but not a huge role. So now it's just between Lamar, Kyren, or James Cook. Lamar Jackson, that's a pretty easy pick for me. I like Lamar. Always have liked Lamar. Literally have a Lamar Jackson jersey in my closet. Got it like 4 years ago, so I like Lamar a lot. But now to pick 33, Kyren, James Cook, or Kenneth Walker. I'm super high on Kenneth Walker. I like Kenneth Walker a lot this year. I don't know why. I just feel like he's going to do a lot of good stuff. So now it's just James Cook. And honestly, dude, I love James Cook. James Cook, that's an easy pick for me. Yeah, like I've said, I've already explained the stuff with James Cook. I don't get the vision of fading James Cook. I like James Cook this year. So now look at this, right? This is I'm saying take upside drafts. And that's what you're getting out of James Cook, an amazing upside. Devon Achane, amazing upside. These are all players that have the number one at their position upside, like 100%. Like when you take Jaden Daniels, that's not a guy that has quarterback one upside. He's not going to be better than Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson this year. When you take Kyren, that's not someone that has running back one upside. When you take T. Higgins, not someone that has running back one upside. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Like those guys, they don't have running back one upside. They just don't. Like that's just not what you're going to get out of those guys. So I like those. I like those a lot. I don't know how to get rid of this. Sorry. Okay, I ended up getting rid of it. Sorry about that. Just a little technical difficulties there. So now at pick 48, I would try to grab DJ Moore, and then at pick 53, try to grab Tedero McMillan. Like I said, two high upside guys. I do need the wide receiver position a little bit. So yeah, I'm totally cool with taking DJ Moore, very high on DJ Moore this year. Expect good things out of DJ Moore. Wide receiver one, man. I mean, in Caleb Williams, I think he's gonna. This was considered a generational quarterback for a reason, right? I mean, I believe in Caleb Williams. I always have believed in Caleb Williams. Even last year when people were saying, "Oh, he's a bust," I don't see the vision at all. I think he played good last year, to be honest. I know he was losing, but the stats he put up against a horrible Bears offensive line and just a bad coaching staff there, he was just it wasn't bad. It was good numbers for the situation he was in. Baker Mayfield gets picked this early. Wow. So Xavier Worthy is actually still here. Did Tedero get picked, or did he maybe fall behind? No, he's right here. So at pick 61, I'm taking Tedero McMillan, man. I like that Tedero pick a lot. I'm super high on Tedero this year. Sorry about this. Super high on Tedero this year, man. Expect big things out of Tedero McMillan. And once again, I say that is a high upside player you're taking for Tedero McMillan. I like that a lot, man. Tedero McMillan, putting him at the flex. So yes, I do like that a lot. I don't really know what's going on up here. Close this, please. Um, so then pick 68, I would try to grab David Montgomery. Um, Aaron Jones, I like a little bit, and then maybe grab like Jordan Mason late into the draft as sort of a handcuff guy. Um, Jacoby Myers, I like a lot this year. Isaiah Pacheco, not Chris Godwin. Isaiah Pacheco a lot. Chris Olave, I'm a fan of. So really, any four of those guys, all upside guys. David Montgomery. If Jahmyr Gibbs goes down, David Montgomery is a top 5 running back in fantasy for sure. Aaron Jones, as long as he stays healthy, he's got good upside. Same with Chris Olave, man. He's an elite receiver if he can just stay healthy. And I know it might be a little hard for him to stay healthy, but I believe it. And then Jacoby Myers, wide receiver one, right? That's great upside. And then Isaiah Pacheco, great upside because he's an elite offense. Gonna get probably a lot of those check downs from Patrick Mahomes. I like that Isaiah Pacheco. And look at that. So Monty and Aaron Jones gets picked. So now I would try to grab Isaiah Pacheco and then Chris Olave at the 68 and 73. And if Chris Olave's not there, Jacoby Myers, and then I don't really know who I do after that. Like maybe like Matthew Golden probably. I mean, if Jalen Waddle's here, I'm probably picking Jalen Waddle for sure. Yeah, I would like Jalen Waddle to fall to 68, but there's no way he falls to 68. But I would like Jalen Waddle. Tony Pollard goes, and then he'll probably pick Jalen Waddle here, or Pickens as well. I like Pickens a lot. Pickens might be my play. Look at that. Jalen Waddle and George Pickens both fell to me. Oof. This is getting interesting. So do I pick George Pickens, Jalen Waddle, or Chris Olave? Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this is hard. I don't really know who to pick here. We'll go Pacheco. Just because I think the running back is like, I don't know. I went Pacheco just because I like the receivers later down the board, like Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, Marvin Mims, even way down there. Super high on him. So I like Isaiah Pacheco there. And at 73, I'm trying to grab Jacoby Myers, Chris Olave, Matthew Golden. Heck, if Jalen Waddle's there, that'd be amazing. I would love if Jalen Waddle was there. He doesn't. Oh, look at that, Jalen Waddle. So now it's Jalen Waddle, right? I gotta go Jalen Waddle. I'm so high on Chris Olave this year, man. I expect big things out of Chris Olave. But is he going to be better than Jalen Waddle? This could go either way. But I'm going to go with the guy who I think is going to be the wide receiver. He's going to be the wide receiver one of the Saints. And I'm just taking him just because I believe in Chris Olave this year, man. And I'm saying that as a Panthers fan. I like Chris Olave a lot, even over Jalen Waddle. So just expect big things out of Chris Olave this year as long as he stays healthy. Like I said, the upside is there with Chris Olave, and I'm going upside heavy in this mock draft. So down here at pick 88, I would want to grab a guy like Tyrone Tracy. I would like, but there's no way he falls to me. Javonte Williams, I like. All right, I think he's gonna be the running back one for the Cowboys. Probably gonna feed him. And then Ricky Pearsall down here, and then you go way down. You got Emeka Egbuka. I would like any of those players. So whether or not it's Jacoby Myers, who he just gets snagged right there. There's no way he was falling to me. So Tyrone Tracy, Javonte Williams, Ricky Pearsall, or Emeka Egbuka. Super high on all three of them. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm super high on Tyrone Tracy or Javonte Williams, but I am high on Ricky Pearsall and Emeka Egbuka because I think Emeka Egbuka was a pretty good draft pick. I know they have good receivers there, but just stacking up that young core, man, with Emeka Egbuka and Jalen McMillan. I like Jalen McMillan. I don't really think he's going to be amazing this year just because I like that Emeka Egbuka. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin's out for the first 4 to 6 weeks, I believe, and then Mike Evans. We really don't know with Mike Evans. Is he going to be consistent again? I guess we'll see. He's kind of like one of those guys that's like sort of ageless, like Derrick Henry. But one of these, he's gonna get hurt. I would assume. We'll see how serious it'll be if he does get hurt. But I mean, I'm just like he's so old now, man. It's absurd. It's kind of crazy to think about how he's still putting up great numbers this at this age. Chris Godwin gets picked. So pick 88. If Tyrone Tracy's there, I'm not gonna pick Tyrone Tracy just because I think Ricky Pearsall and then Emeka Egbuka is better. I would like Ricky Pearsall, Emeka Egbuka, and then go way down to round 11. I'm probably gonna pick Tyler Warren and then get like Travis Etienne. That's what I would like, or Javonte Williams as well. Pick 88. We'll see what happens. Stephon Diggs and Quinshon Judkins goes. Quinshon's cool, but I don't know. Brian Robinson. Um, that Commanders offense is gonna be pretty good this year. So I'm definitely expecting pretty good things out of Brian Robinson. But at pick 88, man, I would love to grab Javonte Williams or Tyrone Tracy, man. I like Tyrone Tracy a lot, dude. I really do. I think they're going to be leading on that run a little bit more this year, especially with no quarterback. But I do actually believe in Jackson Dart a lot, even though I don't really think he won't start week one just because he's a rookie. They'll probably start like Russell Wilson. But I do like Tyrone Tracy this year. So now it's really just between Javonte, man. Javonte or Tyrone Tracy? Which one? So whatever happens, picking probably Emeka Egbuka right here. Do I go Tyrone Tracy? Do I trust in the Giants offense? I think these guys are going to be super pass heavy, the Dallas Cowboys. So I will trust in the Giants with Tyrone Tracy. So now it's just Ricky Pearsall or Emeka Egbuka. Could go either way. But I'm taking the guy with, in my opinion, who's got higher upside, Ricky Pearsall or Emeka Egbuka? Is it Ricky Pearsall? Dude, Shanahan's offense, he's a wide receiver one. Give me Ricky Pearsall. I do think he's a wide receiver one over Jawan Jennings. I do. So yeah, give me Ricky Pearsall 100%. So now with the pick 11, round 11 pick, I think I got like pick 8, round 11. I'm trying to finally figure out my tight end position and get Tyler Warren. Hopefully no one snags. So I really hope no one snags him, because if someone snags Tyler Warren, man, I'm cooked. I would grab like Jake Ferguson instead. That's who I would grab. Let's see. Go through the list. Do all these guys have tight ends? Nick's nifty team. He has a tight end. Oh gosh, this guy doesn't have a tight end. Oh, he picks right here. Yo, we might be kind of cooked. Maybe I should have taken. Oh gosh. Do I like Colston Loveland too? I don't know, man. Cole Kmet scares me a little bit. Clay has a tight end. Alex has a tight end. Brian has a tight end. And Nick has a tight end. So now it's just really this guy right here. Whatever this guy does is going to be interesting, man. I really, really, really like Tyler Warren this year. So if I could please get Tyler Warren, man. Please. That would be amazing. Tyler Warren. Need Tyler Warren. And if not Tyler Warren, I would get like Emeka Egbuka. I would get a Mika Igbokwe because I'm high on I don't know who I'd pick later tight end wise. I mean, I would probably pick Jake Ferguson. Um, yeah, I'd pick Jake Ferguson. I like Jake Ferguson. Pass heavy offense. Gonna be some other guys like George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb that are gonna be vulturing some of the catches there. Please don't pick Tyler Warren. This is gonna rely heavily. We're relying on this guy not picking Tyler Warren, and he picks Colston Loveland. There we go. He does pick a tight end. It's not Tyler Warren. So now that leaves me with my guy Tyler Warren. As long as these two guys don't pick him, if they were to pick him, they would just be picking a backup tight end. So I assume they won't, but let's knock on wood. Hopefully they pick like Rashid Shaheed goes, and then Jaden Reed. That's leaving me with my guy Tyler Warren. Super high on Tyler Warren this year. Give me that for sure. And then Emeka Egbuka, dude. If he could fall to me at 113, please, Emeka, fall to me. Look at that. We get Emeka Egbuka. How did he fall this far? Wow. That's a shock to me that Emeka Egbuka falls this far because I know a lot of people are super high on him. So now look at this, man. If we're taking upside, this team will go undefeated if all these guys reach their upside. Like 100%. Like Emeka Egbuka, Ricky Pearsall, Tyrone Tracy, Chris Olave, Isaiah Pacheco, Tedder Tyler Warren, DJ Moore, Nico Collins, James Cook, Devon Achane, Lamar Jackson. That is an elite team if with upside, and even without upside, you're getting Lamar Jackson, Devon Achane, James Cook, Nico Collins, DJ Moore. Like these guys, they're trustworthy guys. At least Lamar, Achane, Nico, and like heck, Chris Olave as long as he stays healthy. They're all trustworthy guys, man. So I'm super high on this team. If I could just get this team in all of my leagues, it'd be amazing. The only thing I would switch up is Christian McCaffrey. Would love Christian McCaffrey instead of Devon Achane. I'm super high on Christian McCaffrey this year. I know a lot of people are burned on him just because of last year, and it's like the thing where I'm not picking Christian McCaffrey, right? I just don't want him just because of that injuries that he's been facing his entire career. But I'm high on Christian McCaffrey. It's probably a little biased just because he's my favorite player, but I do like Christian McCaffrey. So now who do we pick here? I'm probably gonna pick defense. Um, yeah, the Broncos defense is like by far the best defense fantasy wise, at least. So I would try to pick Broncos defense. Steelers defense get picked. Buddy thinks we're in like 2019 or 2020. What are we doing with the Steelers defense? They're not bad. They're just not better than the Broncos. Drake May gets picked. So now it's just Clay and Alex. Got to bank off cause look at this, man. I don't like anybody else here. The only guy that I would like upside wise is like Trey Benson or Jalen Wright. Maybe we grab Jalen Wright as a handcuff. Should we grab Jalen Wright as a handcuff? I don't think anyone's gonna pick him between these picks. So I'm okay with picking Jalen Wright. I mean, I'm okay with picking Broncos defense and then picking Jalen Wright. Just because I don't think there's any way anybody picks Jalen Wright between the four picks. Oh, look at that, Broncos defense goes. So that leaves me with Jalen Wright. Over all these guys. Yeah, I'll pick Jalen Wright. Strictly as a handcuff guy. Handcuff him over Devon Achane. So now I'll pick 133. Should I pick my elite kicker? Yeah, I think I should. Oh, didn't mean to pick that. So that's Tyler Algier. Brandon Aubrey. Give me that guy. Elite kicker, best kicker in the league. No doubt about it. I mean, I guess kick power wise, Camp Little maybe. But I trust Brandon Aubrey. Yeah, I definitely trust Brandon Aubrey. So now at the pick 15, round 15, pick 7, I'm going down the list here. I'm going the receiver, and I'm going to look at my guy Marvin Mims. Super high on Marvin Mims. If I'm like he's the wide receiver too, in a Bo Nix led offense. I believe in Bo Nix this year. I think he can be a great quarterback. So like Marvin Mims, dude, I'm super high on Marvin Mims. Because look at these guys are getting, man. Xavier Legette, ton of receivers there. Like, ton of good receivers. That's a great receiving core. And I love Xavier Legette. Do I think he's going to be amazing this year? No. Do I think he's going to be all right? Yeah, I think he'll be pretty good. But I don't think he has higher upside than Marvin Mims. Cedric Tillman, Hollywood Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Wandale, all these guys don't have a higher upside than Marvin Mims. Only guy I guess you could maybe say is like Christian Kirk or Luther Burden, but I'm not high on Luther Burden at all this year. Or Kyle Williams, I guess. But yeah, I'm not high on Luther Burden at all, man. I don't like Luther Burden this year. Because I saw something that said he wasn't getting first team reps over Olamide Zaccheaus. So Olamide Zaccheaus was starting over him. I'm not high on Luther Burden this year. I also think he's a bit of a diva. Diva wide receiver. So I'm okay with picking not I'm okay with not picking Luther Burden. I saw someone that said Luther Burden was the next Puka Nakua. I'm like, I don't see it at all. Literally, I don't see it at all. Luther Burden was also a second round draft pick, like early second round, so he has got good upside. That's not really what Puka Nakua was. I don't remember what Puka Nakua was. What was he, fourth or fifth? I don't know. Um, Pick 148. Yeah, like I said, Marvin Mims here, and then round 16, just pick a defense. I'll probably pick Cardinals defense just because they're playing. Where are they playing week one? Is it Saints? I think they're playing the Saints week one. Pick 148. Braylon Allen gets picked, so that leaves me with my guy, Marvin Mims. Picking Marvin Mims there. Totally cool with that. And look at down here. We got the Arizona Cardinals. It's every day, bro. We are going to pick the Arizona Cardinals. Just as I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I know they're not really a great defense, but they play the Saints week one, man. Like the Saints suck. Like they're horrible. Like they're just horrible. Sorry, Saints fan. Um, Jake Elliott, Harrison Butker, Tyler Loop, Kairos. Now it's just these two guys left. And I guess we'll see who they pick. It doesn't really matter though. He goes Lions defense. He'll probably go Bills defense if they haven't been picked. What is he going to go with? Bills? No, he goes Kyle Pitts. Surprised Kyle Pitts actually fell that far. Surprised he didn't go with the 101. So now look at this, right? Round one, we pick up Devon Achane. Super high upside guy because of the PPR and that Mike McDaniel's offense. Getting a lot of screens, 5 to 10 catches per game. Nico Collins, super high upside. Lamar Jackson, trustworthy quarterback with amazing upside. James Cook, good upside with the touchdowns, right? DJ Moore, wide receiver 1. Tedero McMillan, wide receiver 1. Isaiah Pacheco, in an elite offense is the running back 1. Chris Olave, wide receiver 1. As long as he stays healthy, he's going to be a great fantasy wide receiver. Tyrone Tracy, if Cam Scatterbu goes down, and he's already hurt right now, Tyrone Tracy's taking over that running back 1 role in a horrible quarterback offense. And Tyrone Tracy's probably going to get a lot of those checkdowns, right? Although I do like Jackson Dart, don't get that twisted. Ricky Pearsall, like Ricky Pearsall this year, wide receiver 1, and Kyle Shanahan's offense, like, let's be real, come on. He's getting a lot of gadget plays, I heard, like a Debo Samuel type thing, right? And another guy who I also heard was getting a lot of gadget plays was DJ Moore and Ben Johnson's offense. Like, let's expect big things out of DJ Moore this year, man, with Ben Johnson. And then Tyler Warren, right? An elite tight end at Penn State. In college, he was amazing. Taking him at the pick 11, round 11, pick 8. Emeka Egbuka, great upside. Amazing at Ohio State. Jalen Wright, taking him as a handcuff guy under Devon Achane. If Devon Achane gets hurt, boom, I got Jalen Wright. And then Brandon Aubrey, an elite kicker. Marvin Mims, already explained him. Arizona Cardinals play Saints week 1. So that is a really, really good team there. I like that a lot. Go through the list again. You got all these guys. Yeah, that's just exactly what you want to get in a high upside draft. So I'm super high with that. If you have 10-team leagues and a PPR league, please, and you pick a, get something around the lines of this, along the lines of this, and you will win your league 100%. Even if these guys don't all hit their upside, I do still believe this team is at least playoff caliber. So just get a team like this, you're winning the league.